Hello everyone. Our project is based on Purple Heart project, which is analysis of infant deaths based on national and international level. So let's start with the problem statement. So we have like discovered some key findings on our EDA, which is exploratory data analysis. By developing visualizations, it's easy to visually understand the parameters and the factors affecting the deaths in infants. So let's start with our problem statement. So first, we have developed a bar plot, which is in Tableau. So as you can see in this, that we have jotted down the most important reason for the deaths of infants. So as you can see on a global level, lower respiratory infections, diarrheal diseases, neonatal preterm birth, and congenital birth defects are the leading cause of deaths in infants. Also, malaria is like one leading cause of deaths in children. So we have marked down the points, and we are going to dive deeper into this. So now we have restricted our findings to the United States level, which is national level, to identify the key reasons of infant deaths in our country. So, as per this bar plot, we can see that neonatal preterm births, congenital birth defects, and other neonatal disorders are the leading cause of deaths in infants. Whereas lower respiratory infections, which were higher at the global level, are less. So, as per our understanding, lower respiratory infections are less in United States because of good hygienic conditions, good hygiene standards maintained in the United States for the mothers, which is leading to lower deaths due to tuberculosis and respiratory infections. Also, less air pollution has reduced respiratory infections in children, but some reasons like neonatal and congenital birth defects have not reduced. So we have to like dive deeper into this and identify the reason why it's not dropping, whereas like it has dropped for other countries. So these are the reasons why it has not dropped because of changes in diagnostic criteria, demographic changes, access to healthcare. So access to healthcare is an important factor for mothers, so that they can be healthy during their time of pregnancy and have a healthy child. Also, environmental factors play a crucial role, and genetic predisposition is the key reason for congenital defects and neonatal defects in children. So now we wanted to like highlight all the countries which were highly affected by the deaths in infants. So as per our finding, we have plotted this on the world map, and you can see that Asian countries like India, China, and African countries like Nigeria, Ethiopia have higher death rates compared to other countries in the globe. But United States is quite moderate, but we have to analyze United States as we have to analyze on the national level and international level. So we have like drilled down into the death reason for each country. So for example, worldwide, we can see lower respiratory infections are the highest cause of death. Diarrheal diseases and neonatal preterm births are also high, but lower respiratory and diarrheal are higher. So this is because of air pollution in other countries. So countries like India, China have many industries, and high level of air pollution leads to respiratory diseases, and also genetic causes also like responsible for respiratory diseases and diarrheal diseases, because as the older generation gets this disease due to air pollution, it's carried forward in the generations. In United States, that has reduced sharply. Neonatal and congenital birth defects are higher than respiratory because air is very clean in United States compared to other nations, and hygiene conditions are very clean, very good. So diarrheal diseases have also dropped. So so the genetic disorders like neonatal and congenital are high because of being non-attentive for the mothers and having a bad diet or health conditions. So we have also understood the highest number of deaths due to congenital diseases. As we have found, children under 5 are the highest victims of this, and people above 70 plus years are the second highest, but the ones in middle are not affected much. So let's dive into under 5 age group. So we have identified the trend of these diseases. As you can see, this is for the whole. This is for the United States. In this, congenital is the second one, and neonatal is the first one. So these have not dropped, and the drop is like very. The slope is very low. So this seems to be like continued in the future. So our plan is to like make the drop slope more high so that the drop is high, and so we'll further analyze into this. This is the area plot to like identified in a better way. So you can see this is for the so let's move on to the waterfall chart. In this we can see that congenital birth defects, neonatal are highest in the United States, and other components are adding up less to the leading cause of death. Whereas in the world level, congenital and respiratory are high, but other defects are also equally high, causing the death. But in United States, only these two are high: congenital and neonatal. So we'll focus more on this in our statistics and linear regression model. So we have started by initial statistics that we have performed. We have just plotted for congenital. This is the time series, like by which plot showing the number of deaths, and it's dropping, but not at a significant level. It's just showing for this plot it's dropping, but as per our previous analysis, it's still high. So I've plotted the lags. So basically, this is the correlation to the previous time lag. For example, if I'm seeing in 2019, I can also see for 2018. So it's like comparing to the recent time to the previous time to see how many deaths are like decreasing. So we can see a good slope, but we'll analyze further. So this is Holt with the forecast. In this, we can see like the forecasted values in a plot manner for the death rates. And this is also Holt winters, but with different parameters, hyperparameter tuning. So in this also, like the drop seems to be fine, but not too high. So we want it to be high so that children are do not get affected by this. These are the parameters. Basically, beta is trend and gamma is seasonality. So there is no seasonal parameter for deaths in children. So we have identified the pattern. It's just the behavior of the data, time series. So alpha is like the individual component, which is not seasonal, not trend. It's just dropping in a linear manner. And this is the ARIMA model. This is auto regression model. So we have done this before linear regression. So from auto regression, we have understood like the best way to forecast the future deaths for infants by 2020 2030, as you can see in the plots. And in all the plots which are made in statistics, we have predicted till 2030